Chapter Before the Word. For much of my life, I believed that thought came first. I assumed I would think, decide, and then act. Yet the deeper I traveled into meditation, music, athletics, and everyday awareness, the less this seemed to be true. There were moments while playing the trumpet when the music seemed to play itself. There were moments while wing foiling when every adjustment happened before I could name it. There were moments in conversation when exactly the right words emerged only after I had surrendered the need to control them. The body already knew. For centuries, Zen has pointed toward this mystery. Sit quietly, follow the breath, allow thoughts to come and go without climbing aboard them. Eventually, there are moments when awareness remains, but the narrator becomes silent. Modern neuroscience has begun to glimpse what contemplative traditions have explored for thousands of years. Researchers studying peak performance, flow, and skilled movement have found that our actions are often prepared before we become consciously aware of deciding. The brain and body are constantly exchanging information below the level of verbal thought. Years of practice become embedded in our nervous system until movement no longer depends upon internal commentary. This should not surprise us. When a concert pianist performs a difficult concerto, she is not thinking left hand, right hand, fourth finger, now the pedal. If she attempted to think each movement into existence, the performance would collapse. The same is true of a basketball player sinking the winning shot, a surgeon guiding delicate instruments, a skier descending a mountain, or a jazz musician improvising a solo. Thinking has become the obstacle. This is not the absence of intelligence. It is intelligence freed from unnecessary narration. Neuroscientists speak of a network in the brain called the default mode network. It helps maintain our personal story. It remembers the past, imagines the future, compares, judges, worries, and asks, "How am I doing? What do others think of me?" This network serves an important purpose. We need it to plan, remember, and build a coherent life story. But during moments of peak performance, much of this self-referential activity grows quiet. The storyteller steps aside. Awareness remains. The body moves. The musician becomes the music. The dancer becomes the dance. The archer becomes the arrow. For decades, my meditation teachers encouraged me to sit with the breath. Count from 1 to 10. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them gently and return. At first, this seemed like a simple concentration exercise. Over time, I realized it was something much deeper. I was practicing trusting awareness before language. The counting anchored attention without feeding the endless stream of commentary. Gradually, there were moments when even the counting disappeared and only breathing remained. No striving, no performance, simply this breath, simply this moment. The trumpet has taught me the same lesson. A beautiful tone cannot be forced. The harder I try to manufacture it, the tighter my body becomes. Yet when posture, breathing, embouchure, and relaxation have all been practiced thousands of times, the tone appears almost effortlessly. The music comes through me rather than from me. This is one reason I have become increasingly interested in the phrase "just be it." Notice that it is not just think it, nor is it just achieve it. Being comes first. Action arises from being. Words follow. Our culture often reverses this order. We are encouraged to analyze, compare, compete, explain, and defend. We become experts at narrating life while losing touch with directly living it. Children know another way. Watch a young child balancing on a log. There is complete attention, complete presence, and no internal lecture about balance. Only later does language arrive. Perhaps mastery is not becoming more complicated. Perhaps it is recovering what was present before the story became louder than experience. This does not mean abandoning thought. Thinking is a remarkable tool, but tools make poor masters. The map is not the territory. Words are not the experience. Thought is not awareness. When thought returns to its proper place, as a servant rather than a ruler, it becomes extraordinarily useful. It can reflect upon experience without replacing experience. The great irony is that the highest forms of human performance seem to arise not from tighter control, but from deeper surrender. This surrender is not passive, it is earned. It is built through years of practice, countless repetitions, failures, corrections, and renewed effort. Every scale played on the trumpet, every meditation period, every yoga posture, every careful conversation becomes part of the body's wisdom. Eventually, there comes a moment when practice disappears into presence. The body knows, the heart knows, awareness knows, and the thinking mind, instead of trying to lead every step, learns the quiet dignity of following. Perhaps this is why the ancient teachers placed so much emphasis on stillness, not because stillness makes us less capable, but because stillness allows us to discover that beneath the noise of constant thinking lives an intelligence that has been patiently waiting all along. The invitation is beautifully simple. Practice until practice disappears. Trust what has been embodied. Let awareness move before the word, and then just be it.